Hello everybody and welcome to another video of Street Motor Talks, and we have a new friend today. It's the Hero Xpulse 200 BS6. Let's quickly run through the numbers. So this is a 200cc engine. This is tuned to make approximately 17.3 some horsepower, and the major difference between this and the previous version of BS6, I'm not talking about the capacity of the engine because the cubic capacity is still remain to be the same. There is a slight drop in the power of approximately 0.5 bhps, and the next difference is that you get a catalytic converter here, which makes it BS6 compliant, and the design of the exhaust pipe itself has changed. So in the BS4 model, this exhaust pipe was routed from here, and this way it used to come out, but on this one it's underneath the engine compartment itself, and that's the reason why Hero has given you this aluminum bash plate so that it can protect the whole underpinnings of the motorcycle if at all some rock or something hits when you are going off the road. And the whole design philosophy of this motorcycle is like a dual sport bike, so it gets a 21-inch front, a very narrow profile, a huge beak at the front, and it gets an 18-inch at the rear. And overall proportions, if at all you see, it's a very narrow, it's a very slim profile motorcycle, and that's the reason, including the smaller engine, why this weighs nearly 40 kgs lighter than the Himalayan. Of course, it makes slightly lesser power, but then in the torque department it's nearly half of the infield. So where the Himalayan wants to treat you as a matured rider, this thing on the other hand, with its 40 kilos weight advantage over the Himalayan, this tries to bring out the kid, the teenager in you. So this will actually inspire you to go off the beaten path and try something new, try something that you can possibly not try with a Himalayan or any other motorcycle in that segment, because it is lightweight, it is slightly lesser on power, it's not overwhelming either. And another important thing is that the maintenance of this motorcycle is very, very inexpensive. It's extremely inexpensive to maintain. Let me quickly take you through some more features. So this gets a dual disc setup. You have the ABS at the front, the rear does not get an ABS, and thank you very much Hero MotoCorp for not giving the ABS at the rear. I mean, it's not really necessary when you're talking about a motorcycle in this particular segment wherein people love to slide the rear wheel. And this is the instrument cluster. So the engine kill switch is currently on, so it's showing the engine kill switch is on. So you have two trip meters, trip meter 1 and 2, and underneath that you get an average fuel economy, the time, and then you have the date. You have the odometer here, and this is your speedo console, this is your rev counter, the gear indicator as well, and this place is where you have your fuel indicator. And next feature on this motorcycle is the Bluetooth pairing. So you can pair this using Hero MotoCorp's app with your Android or iOS smartphone, and that can be leveraged for turn-by-turn navigation. If you just set the location on your Google Maps and you just pair it with this, it will actually show you how far you need to go straight or take a left or right and all that details. And the next thing you have is the economy indicator. So this will actually tell you at how much economically are you riding this motorcycle to extract more mileage. And talking about the mileage, this motorcycle returns approximately 40 to 45 in city and approximately 48 to 52 on the highways, depending upon how you ride this thing. So overall you get a very well put together package for the price that you get it. This is priced at almost 1,49,000 on road in Bangalore. It may be lesser or it may be higher in the city that you stay in, and for that price you're getting a very good motorcycle as a package itself. So this is the only motorcycle in the segment which is priced say below 1.5 lakh rupees, and which actually makes you learn how to handle off-road, how to tackle bad surfaces, bad roads and all of that. So this is something which you can definitely use to learn off-roading. So that's about the motorcycle. Now let's hop on and let's see how it feels to ride. Let's get on to the main road. And I totally forgot to talk about the seat height. Is not as low as the Himalayan, but it's not overwhelmingly tall seat as the KTM 390 Adventure. It's like in the middle way, and with my height, with my normal Indian frame, I can keep both the feet on the ground. I could not flat foot, but it is not something which is uncomfortable for me. And it builds up speed pretty well. Let's see the brakes. Okay, the brakes are pretty good. They have a good amount of bite. Definitely a stronger unit than the Himalayan. The gearing felt a little clunky, maybe, you know, while downshifting. Perhaps because it's a new motorcycle, that could possibly be one of the reasons. Where the f is he going? As we build up the pace, there is no vibrations. Unfortunately, the speedometer is disabled. There is a good amount of dive because of the long travel suspension. The ergonomics is very well sorted out. That's what makes it so easy to live with this motorcycle. If we talk about touring on the highways, I believe yes, we can do it. Unfortunately, as I said, the speedometer is disabled, so I cannot tell what speed are we into or anything of that sort. But then, yeah, based on my understanding, we can definitely tour on this motorcycle. We just need to sort out how do we mount the luggage, because the exhaust pipe, as you saw, is, you know, protruding outwards, so that may restrict mounting saddlebags to a certain extent, but then that should not be a deal breaker. Yeah, because it's slightly low on power, it may not allow you to overtake as swiftly as you can do it on other motorcycles in this segment. But then if you plan your overtakes slightly well, there should not be a problem with that. I'm just loving the brakes on this motorcycle. It's really good. This is such a friendly motorcycle for beginners. You know, so if you are someone who wants to learn how to ride dual sport motorcycle, this is the bike that you should get. And if I have to stand on this bike, I would have loved the handlebar to be raised a bit more, because right now I'm literally crouching on it. So a handlebar rises from Hero MotoCorp official accessories should help sort this out. Again, let's do a torque test. So we are currently at 5th gear and I'm at a very low speed. I believe it should be 20 or maybe lesser than that. Now if I open the throttle, there is no hesitation from the engine at all. So that actually tells how well this engine is configured to be. So there it is, guys, the Hero Xpulse 200 BS6. If you want me to walk you through the numbers again, 200cc, approximately 17 bhps, 5 gears, dual disc front and rear, single channel ABS that comes onto the front. Fuel economy 45 to 47 in city and approximately 48 to 52 or slightly more on the highways, again depending upon your riding conditions. And the final thing is the price, 1,49,000 on road Bangalore. So thanks a lot for joining in. I hope you guys liked the video. In case if you did, do give it a thumbs up and don't forget to share it with your friends. And in case if you haven't, then please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That guy was going absolutely nuts. Thanks a lot, guys, one more time. Stay safe and ride safe.